Hey, what's up and hello. This is the Chris Nicole bringing you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, my crew. Hope all is well. Let's see who we have in the building so far. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Southern Belle. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Hey, Suzanne. What's up? What's up? What's up? This is another review where we're going to be more entertaining than the episode. Because if I had to rate this episode, it's another F. Okay. Yeah. Another F. Production, you're failing. I don't know what the hell is going on, but why do you have one great episode and then everything else goes downhill? I rated an F. I was quite bored. I had to keep watching it because I kept falling asleep. So you guys let me know what you rated. But it's a straight F for me. Okay. This is Life After Lockup, Season 5, Episode 44. Red flags and white dresses. Okay. I call it Desperate Brides and Lazy Wives. Can you guys hear me well? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Because I don't know. There's been some issues, some technical issues today. So I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me before I continue. Just let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Uh-oh. Okay, perfect. Okay, you can't hear me. Okay, good. So yeah, I rated an F. So we're going to get started, but first things first, for those who may have not seen the community wall, I officially have started the Chris Club membership, okay? I know a lot of us, we like to talk about certain things, and because of the ads and the revenue from the ads that I get on my public videos, things get flagged left and right. For example, the Menendez brother video, it got flagged immediately, and I had to appeal it. So I said, you know what? We like to talk about certain things, conspiracies and things like that. Let's just have a behind the walls session where we can literally have lives, members only, where we can really get down to some things because we have a lot of stuff coming up. The election, we have the Diddy trial, and a lot of other things coming up, or things that randomly come up that we just want to talk about, and we can be more free to speak about it since there's no ads behind the wall. So with that being said, please, let me know what you guys think about the membership. I was going to do a Discord or a Patreon, but I believe you have to pay more. And I didn't want to do that because at the end of the day, I'm like, it's just about us having a good time and being open and free behind the wall with exclusive stuff and exclusive conversations. So yeah, definitely let me know what you think, but just wanted to let you know. Let me see who's in here. Oh, Nikki, hello, hello. Hey, Yuli, hello, hello. Let's see here. Let's see. Tracy, what up, Nene? Who else? Did I miss someone? Hey, Shayla. I was like, I could have swore I saw my girl Shayla. What's up? Hello, hello. So yes. Hey, Nicole. So yeah. So with that being said, and again, if you can do it or if you can't do it, at the end of the day, it's there. But again, there will be videos that we are going to talk about that are going to be exclusive for members and members only, just to let you guys know. Brenda B, hey T Pretty, what's up? T Pretty, thank you so much for giving me those manicured fingers that we saw from Troy's ass. Yeah, I appreciate you. And I'm sure all of us in the community chat appreciated you as well, because that was a hot ass mess. So let's get to it with this F episode, shall we? I'm so sick of this damn girl. I don't even know what to say anymore. Hey, hugs and kisses. I am so sick of this freaking heifer. I just really don't know what to say. Okay, it's fine, Yuli. It's fine. The thing, you guys don't have to explain to me if you can or cannot. I'm not one of those channels where you have to explain to me. I don't get offended if you can or if you can't. Trust me, I think you guys should know that by now, because I don't even ask for super chats. If y'all give them, y'all give them. If you don't, you don't. Being here, I appreciate you either way. I've never rocked like that because I understand where this economy is. But again, it is exclusively, we're going to have exclusive videos there. But trust and believe, I'm not one of those people who are going to get an attitude or get upset because you can't join the membership. That's not my vibe at all. So yeah, to this heifer. Clearly she was so drunk. She was so drunk that she had to ask the man, why was he sleeping on the couch when he clearly had told her the night before why. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, Nene. Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear that. Prayers to your son. You give it a C, Joseph? What's up, Joseph? You give it a C. Hey, Miss T. I gave it an F. But we gonna get into it. She didn't even know why he was sleeping on the couch. Then she wants to give this fake ass apology and saying how, she was just having a bad day and she just wanted to drink with the cousin. And she felt like he led her on because he hasn't proposed to her. Mind you, it's been a few days since he's been out. A few days, not a few months, not a few years, a few days. Okay. So she's like, you made it seem like you were going to propose to me immediately. And he's like, it takes time. And she's like, yeah, but you didn't make it seem like that when you was in jail. You didn't make it seem like that. And she was just like, I just feel like, you led me on. And, I just, I don't know, but let's talk about the coffee thing again. And I said, oh no, not about this damn coffee. Not about this damn coffee. Like at this point, like, I was just like, did she really just bring up the coffee thing again? Mind you, she wants a child. She wants a child. And you know why they're together? Do you guys really want to know why they're together? Because Daniel enjoys this type of bullshit. He enjoys it. He thinks it's cute. So he's getting what he deserves. Like seriously, he's getting what he deserves. Hey, driven black girl. So yeah, she talks about the damn coffee and literally she's like, you're on a power trip not to just give me the coffee. And he was like, no, you're on a power trip. I'm like, yeah, she is on a power trip. She's a manipulator. She's a gaslighter. And I don't like her. And the fact that this coffee conversation went into 2 segments with them. They talked about the first segment we saw them. And then the second segment when they were still on the damn couch talking about that damn coffee. And she literally was like, well, it's about you. You've never done anything nice for me. So I just felt like you should have did that for me, And he's like, I made you breakfast. Like I made you food. If you want coffee, you can get your own coffee because then you're going to expect this all the time. I'm not your slave. And so she was like, this is just like going like so far left. Like this is just too much. And I'm just like, yeah, it is too much. It is too much. And you're the reason why it's too much. You're the reason why. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just ridiculous. Like, but again, she feels like because she's done so much for him, she owns him. That's just what it is. And he's still dealing with the nonsense. So then at that point, after they, I guess, make up or whatever and decide to leave it alone, he says, I'm going to go with my cousins. Okay. I'm going to go with my cousin, the cousin that she ran her mouth to at the bar, because I'm going to go see my cousin. And so one thing that Daniel says, though, before he leaves is that he says that he thinks there's something else bothering Bianca, but she won't tell him. And I was like, yeah, because you're not breaking her back. The freaky tales needs help, bruh. That's why she is frustrated. If you was handling your business, maybe she would shut the hell up. Maybe you need some classes. I don't know. But of course, when he goes to see his cousin start running his damn mouth. And he's like, bruh, she said she got a drinking problem. She had about 3 drinks. Oh, and she wants more 24 play. And, I have a struggle with that too. But she told me that, you ain't handling a 24 play. And he was like, she told you that? And he was like, yeah, she told me that. And he was like, what? Like, that is not something that she needs to tell you. Like, she needs to tell me that. And the cousin's like, I feel like she wants to build her happiness around you. And we were like, yeah. And I will say we, because I know we all said this before. Absolutely. She needs a therapist. She doesn't need a man. She needs a therapist. The girl has serious issues. It just is really one of those things where it's just like you need to take her on the first plane back to Florida and she needs to deal with her problems. But the fact that they're still together, Daniel enjoys this. He really does. He enjoys this toxic relationship and her nagging and her whining. He enjoys it. He really does. Let's see. Daniel is not for her shenanigans. I think he is. Because if he wasn't, he wouldn't still be with her. Like, because we all know she is beyond immaturity. I see. I would have made her some coffee, poured it in the mug, and gave it to her. Like, here, dang. No, I would have sat up there and said, make your own coffee too. He already made a breakfast. Like, it's not that serious. Now, some would say it's not that serious for him to pour coffee, but at the same time, it's give or take in this situation. And money is not the main thing that makes a relationship goes around. And I feel like she feels because she gave money that that's all she needed to do. Let me see. Why was I about to type that? I told my cousin it looks like she has one bundle of hair last night. Let me see. He needs to watch something. Well, maybe if she washed her hair, Daniel. Y'all swear her down she don't wash her hair. Maybe she just has naturally oily hair. I don't know. Get some lessons, Daniel. No women like she wait. Get some lessons, Daniel. No women like she that. Bianca needs to have this combo with Daniel. She does. It was completely inappropriate for her to have that conversation with not only his cousin, but on national TV. Like, seriously. But again, she don't know no better. She ignorant as all hell. I think I think so too, hugs and kisses. I think so too. And he was an enabler in that situation. Yes, absolutely. Completely agree, hugs. Exactly. Hey, Danielle, what's up? So, yeah, so that was the end of it pretty much. And he's saying he's so terrified about what she's thinking or what she's doing. You're not terrified because you're still with her. And ain't nobody got time for the bullshit. So, moving on. Ugh. The North Carolina Eden hoe. Yeah, I said it. It's my opinion. The North Carolina Eden hoe. The Eden Jezebel. The Eden Scallywag. This heifer goes wedding dress shopping with her cousin. Okay? The cousin that had a relationship with Joey. Now, help me understand this. You know why I'm going in, Tracy? Because this dang on episode was so boring. We had back-to-back boring episodes. Child, I'm frustrated. But with that being said, I don't understand why you went wedding dress shopping with this woman when you were crying and literally so annoyed and so turned off by not only Joey, but the whole situation between Joey and your cousin. Why the hell are you going wedding shopping with her? I didn't understand it. I don't understand it. If you don't agree that much, why go wedding shopping with her? Like wedding dress shopping with her? Like I just feel like, you know what? F it. You know what I think? I think this cousin is ready for this shit to crumble. I think she wants to see it crumble. And what's the best way than to be in the mix when you see it crumble? That's just what it is. Keep your friends close, keep your family close, but keep your enemies closer. That's a frenemy type situation. She wants to see it crumble. And the best way to know what's going on is to be in the ins and outs of that whole situation. You ain't slick, but I ain't even mad at you. I'm not mad at you, cousin. I'm not. So they go wedding dress shopping. And at that point, I still said, why are you there? I think her name is Tatum, because I'm like, your cousin is a snake, and so is Joey. And so she's trying on these moo dresses. And honestly, I didn't think any of those dresses look flattering on her. They look like moo dresses, they look like curtains. But with that being said, she's trying them on, and she tells her cousin, oh, she's still married. Yeah, she is still married. And so at that point, she's like, you're still married, honey. Did you tell Joey? And she was like, no. And she was like, you really need to get a lawyer and get this done ASAP. And so when she sits down, she starts pouring out her heart like, Joey, wants to know if my son is his, and how she's like, I don't really want to know what the results are, the DNA results, because this could affect my child. And I'm like, knowing who his father is could affect him, but not a felon, former addict, being in your house, spending all your money. That won't affect him, but knowing who his real father is will affect him. Okay. All right. So at that point, she's like, I don't feel like I need to tell Joey anything. I mean, he keeps stuff from me, so I don't have to tell him everything. And I'm like, oh, that's a great way to start a relationship and marriage. You guys are doomed. Like, that's just what it is. And the fact that you're telling all of your cousin this, the cousin sits up there and is like, what if he's purposely trying to marry you to try to take all of your shit? And I said, ooh, cousin, I see what you doing. I see what you doing. You trying to act like you supportive, but in reality, you are waiting for that moment to say, that's what you get, bitch. That's exactly what she waiting for. She waiting for that, aha, yeah, that's what you get. Your karma came back to you. That's what she waiting for. Can I be mad at her though? Can't be mad at her at all, because Kimberly deserves it. There's no way in hell that you sit up there and wait 20 plus years to tell your cousin that you sat up there and literally was the reason why she got heartbreak from Joey is because of you. And you tell her 20 years later, and you tell her at the same time that you're dating him and you're about to get married to him. So you deserve it. You deserve it. Like, that's just what it is. Let me see what you guys are saying. Kim should have had allowed this foolishness with her boys. They're gonna feel away when they're older. Exactly. But she don't care. She don't care. What kind of marriage is this gonna be, lying and mess from the get-go? Exactly. Exactly. She got her legs open like a teenager too, based on what she's saying, allegedly. Lisa, maybe there's a lot of power in his hip action. I'm telling you, maybe it's something about Eden, North Carolina. Who knows? Thank you. Hit the like button, child. You saw her whisper. I was like, why are you whispering? Exactly. Like, there isn't a freaking camera there, and you have mics on the back of you, and there's a mic literally that they're probably holding up above you. They hear everything you say, okay? They hear everything. Okay, so it is Tatum. Tatum is in the front row with this mess. Exactly. 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 Damn, Nikki. Damn. I will hope not, and I will hope that Tatum will be like, you're not even worth it. But it seems to be a lack of men in Eden, North Carolina. Now, that is a definite plot twist that actually might be quite entertaining and would make this show 10 times better. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Not me, girl. That wedding dress shopping was definitely weird. Exactly. Tatum better than me. It would be on site every time. Thank you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, That's just like Diamond from the Players Club. Shut up there. You think I was about to get you get away with this shit? Get the F out of my house. That type of stuff. What was her damn cousin's name? The slut bucket who slept with her man. I forgot, but this is definitely one of them Diamond and her cousin moments for sure. For real. This started off with a lie that carried over from high school. It was doomed from there. Exactly. 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 Kim and Joey still together. She posted pics of their recent vacation. I don't believe anything Kim says. And let's make this very clear, Lisa. She probably paid for that whole entire vacation. Joy will go anywhere with her as long as she footing the bill. In my opinion, Kim lost some weight too. Not sure if they're married though. They can't afford marriage right now. And if she was married, she would be talking about that too. This wedding. Oh yes, Ebony, honey. Ebony, that was her name. This is definitely a diamond and ebony moment. This wedding shopping was so Kim would have a storyline. I need Eden, North Carolina uh, to take Child Fine 90-day call Love is Blind or something. There is more to the world than your backyard. Facts. Joseph, you always come through with the movie and music facts. If I forget a name, Joseph be knowing what I'm talking about. That's for sure. But this is definitely Diamond and Ebony for sure. And there is no way I would be having love for her and going freaking wedding shopping with her. I personally think she's there because she wants to be in the mix. This is a sneaky way for her to sit up there and find out what's going on. Shakira's hips don't lie. Kim has no shame. She doesn't. She love her some wide hip Joey. The broke Joey is that. That's cousin Faye. Oh Lord, cousin Faye. You think this is more of a cousin Faye? No, you know why it's not a cousin Faye? Because I say this should be like a Diamond Ebony situation. Because Diamond was about that life. She was hopping over that bed. She went into that closet. She sat up there and made it seem like she was leaving her own apartment just so Ebony can open up the door so she can whack her. So yeah, this is a Diamond Ebony situation. See, Terry was too classy. I mean, she did run around the house with that, you know what I'm saying, Sharpie, but she was too classy to really go in on Faye like that. But Diamond was not. Diamond was ready to ragtag that ass. And she did get a good hit in. Exactly. Open up the door, bitch. Exactly. They can't be married unless she got a divorce. Exactly. Wedding dress shopping while you're still married. Hey, thank you. A hot ass mess indeed. So look, at the end of the day, what's gonna happen? I don't know. But I tell you this much. I can't wait for the day that she tries to save up all her money for a house and he spends it on something else stupid. They ain't gonna never probably get that house unless they use the money from this show to get the house. Who the hell knows? Kim is just a mess. She is. Look at it. Look at her face. And just even her face, the way that she looks, she always looked like she's scheming, she hoeing, she planning. That's the way she always looks. She always got to look like she up to something. Like ain't nothing innocent about her ass. Look at her face. Hey, Pamela, what's up, girl? Moving on. Oh, Lord. Melissa and Louie. First of all, I didn't even want to get a screenshot of the picture that I saw that almost made me just get sick. This nasty fool hides the ring where he holds his dentures. Did y'all see that shit? He literally hid the ring he apparently allegedly bought her, and literally put it in his denture holder. What the hell? Help me understand why. I understand that you're trying to find a place that she ain't gonna be able to find it, but that is disgusting. What the hell is wrong with you? But moving on. Melissa is with her sister. You know, I call them the dark hair white chicks from the movie White Chicks because they look just like Marlon and Sean in their whole get up. They look just like that with dark hair. But they're looking for a present for their father, and they're still talking shit about Louie And she talks about how she's been in bad relationships like her whole entire life. And I'm like, ma'am, if all the relationships you have been in have been bad relationships, then the common denominator is you. And you need to figure out what you need to do for you, darling, and what you need to do to fix that, because it can't be everyone else. It can't be everyone else. All right. And when they were talking, her nose bothered me so much. She was better off keeping the nose that she had. All I saw was nostrils. It's just like, it's almost like it's just sticking up more. Like it's almost like a witch's nose or something. Like, I don't know, but it definitely is not flattering at all whatsoever. So at that point, they end up meeting with their father. Let me talk to Donna, okay? So, hey, Psych. Hello, hello. Who else is here? Did I see somebody else come in? I don't think I saw someone else come in. If I did, my apology. I uplifted now. I think I said hello to you. But yeah, so they end up going to see their father. Let me talk to Donna, okay? Can you talk to me after the show? Sure. I mean, do you have Instagram? Instagram, or you can email me if you need to talk to me after the show. But yeah, so pretty much Larry King. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, you talking about he looked like Larry King? No, she did mention that, Tracy. I'm glad you said something, because she did say that her father looks like skin and bones now, and she could barely recognize him, and she hopes that he's taking care of himself. My question is, why aren't you guys there to help him take care of him? There's 3 girls there. Unless they don't live close to him, why aren't you guys kind of checking in on him more often and making sure he's eating right and things like that? Like, I don't know. I'm one of those people where, yes, you have your life, but just like your parents took care of you, if you had good parents that took care of you, the circle of life is you end up taking care of them. But with that being said, she made it seem like she really didn't know, and she was just hoping that he was taking care of himself. So at that point, when they get there, Louie meets them there, and they of course sing happy birthday to him, and Melissa and her sister walk out, and that's when Louie asks for her hand in marriage, and the father looked like he was about to pass out. But yeah, he told me look like Larry King. But yeah, so at that point, he of course is like, well, you're doing good. I don't really know if that was a yes, no. Like, I don't know if that was as, oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. That's why I say the support is the support. Y'all ain't gonna never hear me begging for super chats and stuff like that. I have the membership. I told you guys I have the membership. It's there. We can get down to the nitty gritty on the other side of the wall. But if you can't afford it, I understand that too. I understand this economy. So I appreciate the love regardless. You know what I'm saying? But did he really say yes to Louis? I don't think he did. He just kind of said, you're doing good. I don't remember him saying it would be an honor or yes. He just kind of looked at him and was like, yeah, you're doing good. Like, yeah, all right. We'll see. And he even said, like, my daughter knows how to pick them. So yeah, I'm just like, oh, all right, Nene. See you, see you, see ya. Yes, thank you. Thank you for coming. And prayers to your son. Prayers to your son, you guys. Send positive energy to Nene and her son. But yeah, so at that point, I guess he feels like he got his blessings to propose to her. And so at that point, the next thing we see is we see this freaking crazy nagging brat looking at her phone apparently, and him having these videos about personal training and fitness Wednesdays and things like that. So now she's upset because she has something else she needs to be upset about. And now she's upset because she feels like he's so more focused on his personal training than her. And of course, we know how insecure she is. And the first thing I say is, no, it's about who he's training. If he was training guys, you wouldn't give a shit. The fact that he's training girls is your issue. So she's in the freaking bathtub, and he comes in with, of course, pizza because he can get pizza for free, so he feels like he's bringing home the dinner. She's like, I mean, why do we have to have pizza again? Like, we have like 6 freaking jobs between the both of us. Why do we have to have pizza all the time? And he was like, we don't have pizza all the time. When we go out, we have whatever we want. I just brought home pizza. And he was like, what the F is wrong with you? And so she was like, we don't spend time together. Like, we don't spend time together. Like, you're always freaking working. You're always working on this personal training stuff. And he was like, it pays the bills. And she was like, yeah, but you spend time with them too. He was like, sometimes they want training sessions, but most of the time I'm selling them my supplements. And that's it. That's all. If it pays the bills, why does it matter? So while they're talking, his phone rings. Okay. And she's in the tub. And next thing you know, she ends up, while she's in the tub, throwing a red rag at him. And it pretty much hits him like in the face. She was like, this is what I'm talking about. So Louie turns around and he throws the pizza at her. And I was like, I just wanted that pizza to hit that damn nose of hers like a straight up bullseye. I just wish he would have flung that pizza straight up in that bullseye. That's what I wanted. It may have made her look, her nose probably would have looked better too, if it, to be quite honest. Probably would have made her look better. But he was like, here's your damn pizza. And it's all on the floor. So at that point, of course, she's just upset because of, that's just Melissa. She's always nagging and complaining. She's always nagging and complaining about something. First, it wasn't, he don't have a real job. Now he got 3 jobs that probably pay more than just one job that he could get. But then now you want to complain about that. Let me tell y'all something, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know. If you want a man to spend all his time with you, you want a broke man. Men who are truly about getting their money, they have to have some time with you, but most of the time they're trying to provide. So I don't know what the hell she wants, but then again, I don't know if this is just for a storyline. I'm just tired of seeing her damn face. If I can just be honest, I don't want to see her face. I'm over her. Like, straight up. So at this point, I'm just like, Melissa, what the hell do you want? Now, yeah, like, see, y'all, I'm telling you, the older we get, the more we understand this. When we younger, we just want that man to be all up under us. Hell no, you go work. Go work. I'll hold down the house. You go work. And that's a true man. They're about providing. That is their love language. A lot of times it's providing. He needs to provide. So it's like you're always complaining. You don't know what the hell you want. The pizza look good. Oh man. I want a man that works, and if he does overtime, oh girl, that's a turn on. Exactly. Exactly. At the end of the day, he's doing what's their love language? Keeping the lights on, keeping the bills paid, keeping the mortgage, keeping the rent taken care of, making sure there's food on your back. Food, like that's what their love language is for most men. Melissa wasn't chosen by Louie in high school, and she still is sensitive about that. That's why she's so jealous and eager to lock him down in marriage. Yeah, because she wasn't considered one of the it girls, one of the pretty girls. She wanted him so bad in freaking high school that she's willing to have him now with no teeth and all. That's when you know this girl has some internal problems. It's who she picks. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's her issue. But yeah, so at that point, their segment goes off. When I tell you guys, this is probably gonna be the quickest we're on tonight because there was nothing there. There was nothing there. So, oh yeah, I miss NYC pizza too. Yes, I do. I miss New York pizza. I miss pizza where all you had to do was get a slice. You can't do that in other states. New York is the place where you can literally say, let me get a slice, and that is it, and you're good. Can't do that other places. I miss it too. Oh yeah, the tub was everything. I like those old school tubs, especially the where she had it set up and stuff. I like that. Some tells me that's an Airbnb though, but that's just my opinion. So with that being said, they freaking segment goes off, and she's still pissed off, not even knowing that he has this alleged $20,000 ring in his denture box. Just nasty. I can't. Can you imagine when he puts that ring on her finger and she sees where he hit it? Oh my gosh, that is so disgusting. Let me see. Melissa New Nose got her feeling herself too much and smelling herself too much. I know she smelled every damn thing. She probably smelled that pizza outside before he came into the damn house. Them damn nostrils is naturally flaring. Used to be a time when you get mad, your nostrils flare. Her nostrils are a hot ass mess right now. Hey, creativity. I cannot stand. Exactly. What's up, Dancing Pixie? Hello. Yeah, so child, but moving on from these fools. I don't think I'm rooting for any couple this year. Am I rooting for any couple this season? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But let's go. Child, I have no choice but to be honey, because we don't have nothing to hold on to for this episode. Nothing to hold on to. At this point, I'm starting to lose hope with these new reality shows because they just not giving. They not giving. I'm gonna do my review on Love is Blind tomorrow too, and I got a lot to say about that foolishness. But Justine and Michael end up going to see a lawyer. Okay, they go see an attorney about her will. Let me see. He needs to get that ring cleaned in the store. Seriously. I'm over this season. A lot of them don't need to come back. Exactly. They do not need to come back. Hold on, you guys. Why the hell every time I'm on live, somebody come to my door? I think at this point, my neighbors purposely do this shit. Well, no, it ain't my neighbors. Who the hell is this? Hold on, y'all. I tell you. Badass kids in my neighborhood. Anywho, moving on. So they go see an attorney to talk about the will. And of course, they talk about everything from finance. Well, hell, they didn't even talk about finances, but let's be clear, they don't have any finances. All right. They ain't got shit. All they got is debt at this point with all them kids they got in this house that is in the mama's name. So they talk about the actual kids and how many kids she has, how many kids he has, and how many kids she had that are not his. And she talked about she has 3 children, 2 are underage. And so the attorney says, well, if something happens to you, where would you like for your kids to go who are not biologically his? And she says, my daughter. Of course, Michael don't like that shit. He said, "Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Absolutely not. What do you mean? Why would you give him to Kylie? She's a child." And I'm like, "So are you, Michael? So are you. You are also a child." And we clearly see how much of a child he is because he wasn't trying to hear Justine out. He just gets up with a temper tantrum and he leaves, okay? Just leaves. So at that point, here's my thing. Justine definitely seems to be concerned, and she does seem to really focus on the child, of course, with special needs. And while I understand that she is making a lot of sense in these segments where she's talking about can Michael actually handle her children, especially the one with special needs, my main issue is why in the hell would you marry someone and you don't vet them to see how they can handle your children? And this is what I say time and time again, especially when you have kids already. See, if you were actually marrying Michael for the right reasons, you would have known what he was capable of doing or not doing. You didn't really know what type of father he was, but if you really, really wanted to get down to the nitty gritty on what type of father he was, you would have been smart and reached out to those baby mamas that he had previously. See, I get sick and tired of these men because Mike gives me the vibes that he done talked a lot of shit about his baby mamas. The reality is you can learn a lot from them baby mamas. He got what? 3, 4? How many damn baby mamas he got? The 2 that are still in Rhode Island got the same mama. Melody got, I'm assuming, a different mom. And I want to say his oldest son has a different mom. Who the hell knows? But what I do know is if she did what she was supposed to do versus the superficial shit, she would have known what Mike would have been able to handle. Which is why you shouldn't even marry him in the first place until you know how he's going to be able to handle your child. Because that was first priority. And honestly, while he's saying that he feels like, you know what I'm saying, you don't divide the family even more, it is very clear from what we have seen so far, you wouldn't know how to handle him. You would probably call Kylie all the time anyways. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Alex B, what's up? How are you? Yes, hit the like button. Hit the like button. You would literally probably call Kylie all the time anyways. Now, it's not fair. We talked about that. It's not fair that Kylie would have to be responsible for her brothers if something happened to Justine. It's not fair at all. She's young. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to live her own life. But at the same time, Mike, he's just completely an asshole. He's an asshole. Like, he is the type where he's not trying to hear anything anyone else has to say. He throws a temper tantrum. He likes to sit up there and, break things in his own house. So, yeah, I can understand why Justine would say, I would rather have my kids go with their sister. But again, if you were a good mother, you would have said, who is this guy and how does he handle stressful situations and how does he handle kids with special needs before I get married to him? Child, Yuli, let's talk about it. Because, honey, living in New York, he Dominican, ain't he? Find me. I have not seen a Dominican man yet who ain't got some anger issues. Is it just me, Yuli? Or are you going to testify and say, preach, Chris? Because they are very dominant. Is there a way or no way? And they can have a lot of anger issues. Tell me if I'm lying, Yuli. Tell me if I'm lying. Michael hasn't been around to raise most of his children. Exactly. Exactly. Right, Yuli. Right. Most of my people who are Dominican, like my female friends, they don't even like dating Dominican men, which is interesting. They be like, oh, hell no. They too possessive. They too, you know what I'm saying? They don't like it. They don't like it. Exactly, I've listed now. Why continue to have kids with him if you don't trust him? Mic drop. Mic drop. See, that marriage was all about her. That marriage was all about her. It wasn't about her kids. And then all of a sudden now she's thinking twice about it because he sat up there and showed who he is. Why continue to exactly preach, Chris? Why marry a man you don't trust with your kids, especially when their bio dad isn't it? Exactly. I don't understand what people in blended families exactly. Don't talk and don't test out the situation before you make a long-term permanent commitment. She should have thought about that before she married him. It's not fair to drag her daughter into a bad decision. I don't like Justine. Yeah, no one is really likable on this damn show this season. And I think that's the problem. Not only is the producing, in my opinion, bad, but who are we really rooting for? I can't find anybody I'm really rooting for. And I get so annoyed with the people that I was rooting for dealing with the stupidity that I just say, okay, you just as stupid too. I don't like you anymore either because you're willing to deal with this stupid shit. Why is Justine having children with Michael if she can't? Yeah, it's just, my thoughts exactly. Bianca looked cleanish and has gained weight, so it's definitely recent. Has she gained weight because she's pregnant? Did she finally get what she wanted? Oh hell, Bianca and them are coming back. Hell no, man. Unbelievable. Denture cleaner would have that ring. Not denture cleaner. You think that's why you put them things? I was so disgusted. Like, I think I was literally like drinking like something, and I saw that. I was just like, I could not believe I'm seeing this shit. And then what's so crazy is ignorant ass production did a close up on it. Just ridiculous. I'm like, you know what? Why you got a husband, and entire mother, and you exactly, exactly. Exactly. See, me right here, I don't do it. That's what I'm saying. Everybody I know Dominican, they be like, I do not date Dominican men. I don't know what it is. Y'all know that Justine and well, I do know what it is because they told me. Y'all know that Justine and Michael ain't dressing in like, oh yeah, that's right. They can't afford it probably. And they probably got them same outfits and they don't want to double up, triple up and wear the same outfits. They probably can't afford it. They probably can't. I'm rooting for the situation to be over. Right. Exactly. He ain't got no rap career right now. And that's probably making him frustrated too. But you decided to have all these kids, sir. See, it was cute when they was all with their mamas. But now that you have a lot of the kids under one roof, you can't handle it. Totally different thing than to make babies versus raising them. Huh, Michael? Yeah, little different. Little different. So at that point, he's like, what up, Diva Law 888? Hey y'all, Michael, he has hell. Michael looked more pregnant than Justine. Okay, let's just keep it 100. He looked like he pregnant with triplets. Okay, he does. Yes, he does. Justine looks good. Michael looked like he has definitely been through a lot in these past 2 years. He has gone through a lot. And them kids is clearly stressing him out. And let's be clear, even if his rap career does take off, he's going to be on the road and he's going to be performing and everything else. Justine, as much as she wanted to travel with him with two small babies now, girl, you ain't going nowhere. He going to try to escape that whole situation because he can't be under that roof. Them kids stress him out. They stress him out. So he's making it seem like he's sad and how, you know what I'm saying? He just, all of this is reminding him that he's like, like losing Justine will have him lose everything. Look, at the end of the day, Michael, first of all, you need to get your anger together. You need to get your anger together. The fact that you're so dismissive when she tries to talk to you, you got some issues, bruh. You got some issues. I don't know what it is. And honestly, you could tell he's stressed out because one thing about Mike, even when he first came out of prison, you notice he was always smiling. He always had a smile on his face. Now you don't see them yellow teeth no more. And I say yellow teeth because at one point, hopefully got them cleaned. But while he got a nice set of teeth, them teeth was yellow as hell when he first came out of prison. A hot ass mess indeed. Let me see. Have they even mentioned a rap career? He said his career is not going the way he wants it to go. He did mention that. So he did say he was stressing out for a variety of things, but one of those things is his career is not the same. So he did mention it. But again, that's what happens when you have responsibilities. You know what I mean? Like we all have to do things that we don't want to do to take care of the bills and everything else. But again, you keep doing what you have to do to take care of the bills. And then you also do the side stuff when it comes to your career. Seems to me he hasn't been able to, he probably hasn't had a creative outlet. And with his manager at this point, I don't know, is that manager of his still in jail? Where's that damn manager at? So at this point, who knows what's going on? As far as he see, he probably got hoodwinked and bamboozled coming to freaking Vegas. Thinking homeboy, what was his name? Mocha, I guess, was gonna take care of him. And that didn't happen. Who knows? But what I do know is it seemed like he was better off staying closer to Rhode Island, Pennsylvania, where he has his family. The rap career stalled after the whole thing went down with his manager. Right, exactly. So yeah. So I mean, look, at the end of the day, I don't know. But what I do know is his stress is he's taking it out on Justine and the kids. It's very obvious at this point. And he needs to find an outlet. Maybe work out. boxing, something like that. Maybe, start hitting that treadmill. I don't know, shit, something. What? I missed what happened with the manager. His manager, which I believe his name was Mocha, he was on another YouTuber's live. And apparently, when he was in the backyard, somebody came to the backyard to actually, I believe, attack him. And Mocha defended himself. But either way, the person who tried to attack him allegedly, he ended up becoming unalived. That's what happened. So, yeah. So it was a whole big thing. It was on TV. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was able to get off due to self-defense, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it was a whole big scandal in regards to that. And he was literally on someone's live when it went down. So yeah, it was a little crazy at one point. Yeah, it's right. Exactly. So the fact that it's not happening now, he's completely away from his family. He's away from the other two kids. You know what I'm saying? He's away from his complete support system. Because let's be clear, Michael's support system was his mother and his sister. His mother and his sister was taking care of them kids. They're completely away. So at this point, yeah, he moved out there for his so-called career, and it's not happening. And he can barely take care of the bills. So, yeah, he stressed the hell out. The fact that he's dealing with Mocha after he's been called out as a scammer and unalive someone on YouTube. Yeah, that was another thing, too. Someone apparently called him out saying he was an alleged scammer. That was another thing. But there was a lot of stuff coming out about them, especially Michael. They said that little car that they had, I think it was a BMW, a sports BMW, that wasn't theirs. And then they said it was Mocha's, and then they allegedly said that wasn't Mocha's either. Remember his shoe line and all this other stuff that he was trying to do, and they found them damn things on Shein or Temu or some shit like that. It was so much stuff coming out about Michael and Mocha. It was ridiculous. Wow, that's crazy. I can't believe I missed that. Yeah, you could probably find it on online somewhere. Vegas is 5 hours from LA, so if he has something going on, there are places that he could get it popping. It is actually 4 hours away from La La Land, because I have definitely taken that trip multiple times, or a 45-minute flight. So yes, if he really has some stuff popping, it could get popping. He's just not popping. That's all. That's all. So yeah, so we're gonna move on from their asses. At the end of the day, she pretty much said she damned if she do, she damned if she don't. But this is what happened when you don't vet people properly. So moving on. Ugh. Yeah, definitely moving on. Britney, Kerok. Ciao. So Kerok and Britney are staying at Kerok's mentor's house. I believe. I don't know what I want to say. They said she when they referred to coffee. Coffee is a she. But yeah, it was definitely giving hoarder vibes in that house. It was overcrowded as hell, and even that air mattress looked like it couldn't fit. But with that being said, we already knew what was about to go down in the situation because we talked about it last week and what we saw in the previews. They're talking about how they have a lot of bills, they're not working, and so it's pretty much taking out of Kerok's savings, and they're trying to pretty much, list out their bills. And Kerok was like, well, them damn nails, that's about $400 or $500 a month right there. Ladies, look, I used to be young. Of course, the little nails weren't popular back when I was growing up, but the square nails, even the curl nails that Coco from SWV had used to be popular. She got them long ass stiletto nails, and I just have one question, and I'm sorry if this may be vulgar to some of y'all, but how the hell do y'all wipe y'all asses with them damn nails? I just got questions. I don't understand how you can be sanitary with them damn nails. I just don't. I don't see how it's possible. I don't get it. Them nails are long and sharp as hell. And yes, those nails look mighty expensive. So Kerok had a damn point about them nails. So at this point, of course, what does Kerok mention? Well, Brittany says, look, I say you go to freaking Houston because you can't keep living like this. Like, you definitely got to work. And Kerok's like, I'm not leaving without you. And she's like, well, what if I don't ever get approved or whatever the case may be? And he said, well, you know what? Let's get married. We ain't getting no younger, so we might as well do it. Let's get married. I'm like, is that a shock for us? Hell no. So then at that point, she's just like, well, we're gonna elope. She was like, yeah, let's elope. And she was like, oh, I would love to marry you. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Oh yeah, Brittany definitely gained weight. Definitely has gained weight. That is for sure. But they was living with that mama, and we saw from last season that mama can cook. She was making catfish and everything else. So that's probably why the mama was cooking and Brittany was eating. So at that point, I used to keep a full set of cocoa nails, 40 full set, 25 filled airbrush rhinestones. Miss those days. I miss those prices. Because even with my short nails now, I can't get a full set for $40. Remember back in the day when a damn full set and a pedicure would cost you 20 damn dollars, 30 damn dollars? And that's I'm talking about the short kind. You should be able to get a manicure and pedicure for $9.99. I don't even want to talk about back in the day. Like at this point, you can't even get grapes for $9.99. Let me stop before I end up getting triggered. Hold on. Brittany always looks put together, so she has to be spending some money. You dang on right. Brittany's hair looked really cute in this episode. Yeah, I don't know. Like the two-tone, because I used to wear my hair with a two-tone like that. I don't know if the red is just too striking on top for me. I don't know. Maybe she needs to bring it down a volume a little bit. I don't know. But she always stays together. She definitely does. So yeah, all of that stuff is expensive. Trust me, I know. Maintenance like that is definitely expensive, especially those nails. Nails are expensive these days. They charged me 20 last week just to remove polish. And thank you. Thank you. Hey, Auntie Kim, I didn't see you. I hope all is well. Brittany needs to soak off and get some press-ons. Those are probably Gel X. Gel X is the popular thing. I wear Gel X nails. They're not as harsh on your nails, but they're a little bit more expensive. My guess is that she got Gel X nails on, because to do those type of nails with those designs, it would take her hours, just sitting hours in the freaking chair. So she probably has on Gel X, which makes it even more expensive. So yeah, Brittany's hair looks really cute. Didn't Brittany go to beauty school? Yeah, she dropped out. She dropped out. Now she's talking about she want to go to nail school when she get to Houston. Brittany don't know what the hell she want to do. Because remember, Kerok was paying for her school. Yes. Oh, you talking about me on how they wipe their ass? Yeah, I'm confused. I don't see, excuse me. Sorry, you guys, I sneezed. I don't see how they can do anything with those nails. I don't. In my time, nails were $20 with tips. And exactly. Shoot, a freaking blowout, a Dominican blowout used to be $20. Hell, even $10 some places. And if you needed like a retouch on your perm or something, that'd be like $20, $25. I don't even know how much a blowout is now, but I can almost guarantee you it ain't no $20, $10. It took us 5. We stopped for food. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, it typically let me tell you something. I be on a mission when I hit that road. I hit it by a certain time early in the morning so I can get there before traffic. Yeah. These two are cousins. These two are cousins with Kim and Stupid Phil. I wish they brought Christine and Julie. Oh, really? Child. Let me see. 65. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Did you just say $65 for a blowout now, Yuli? $65 for a blowout. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but there's what's called like a Dominican blowout, where you could literally like get your hair like blown out for the gods type of blowout. And it used to be so cheap to get it done. But she told me it's $65 now. That is freaking insane, and shows you how much inflation has really caused things to just go haywire. 45. Okay, so you talk about the tip, you talking about nails 65, but that's still a lot of money for a damn blowout. Brittany has a job at a beauty place in Virginia. She said she's still in Virginia. Damn. Where's Kerok? Interesting. Interesting. But yes, they have new press-ons with designs and everything. Yes, I'm old. I'm old too. I'm old too, Kim. It's too much money. So yeah, so at that point, she's like, we gonna get married. I would love to get married to you, Kerok. So at that point, Brittany meets with her bestie. And the bestie seems to be the only one that has common sense. And it's like, it really sounds like that Kerok gave you an ultimatum, like, if I'll go to Texas if you marry me. And why does Kerok have so much control over you? And I'm like, bestie, if you don't know by now that Brittany is damaged and she would think that that's love to her, like, it more than anything, stop trying to think you questioning Kerok's control is going to change Brittany. It's just not. Brittany needs to do her own eternal work, and then maybe at that point she will realize that either Kerok is not the one for her, or there needs to be some changes in their relationship. But she just kept pressing the issue about Kerok having so much control. And I even think she did that last season. Brittany ain't going nowhere. She's just not. Like, she's not going anywhere. So they're trying on wedding dresses, or well, Brittany is trying on wedding dresses. And the bestie is still saying again, why can't you guys just go to Texas and plan for this big wedding there? And she's like, the elopement is going to happen. The elopement is going to happen. Like, it's just going to happen. And so the best friend, I don't know. The best friend, I don't know what to think about her. I think that she is looking out for Brittany. I felt like the fact that she kept mentioning that, I don't know if that was for storyline purposes, but I was just like, girl, you beating a dead horse. Like, it's over. Like, leave it alone. It is what it is at this point. Like, she's gonna do what she wants to do. And the bestie's like, well, at least call your PO to see if this would be the best move for you guys to actually get married. So she calls production, because I really don't think she called a PO. I say she called production. But she says, hey, I'm calling you because Kerok and I are actually, we plan to get married. And I wanted to know, what do you think about that? Like, if that's good as far as my probation stuff is concerned. And the person on the other phone was like, well, I wouldn't try to con or fraud Texas trying to play house just to get approved. And was like, yeah, so I wouldn't do that. And Brittany was like, there is nothing like that. We are not trying to con anyone. I'm not trying to fake that somebody is my family. And the PO was like, yeah, but it wouldn't be my recommendation to get married to Kerok so quickly. And of course, Brittany's not trying to hear it. But with that being said, if that really was a PO, the PO said what they said. That's probably why, and maybe that's why she's still in Virginia. Because Texas, as we all know, they don't play. We all know that. I don't care where the hell you live. That is one place that you don't want to get in trouble. That is one place where you don't want to break the law. You don't even want to get close to breaking the law in no damn Texas. So literally, that's what the PO told her. And that was the last thing the PO said. And then the episode goes off on her, which makes me wonder if that's the reason why she's still in Virginia. And you know that they tape these months in advance. So that tells me maybe, just maybe, you should have listened to that damn PO, aka production. I don't know. Whoa, I'm gonna say unalive, and I probably did say the D word when I was talking about the horse. But yeah, you talking about Mocha, Nikki? I can't post it, but are you talking about Mocha? I think her friend was trying to look out for her, but she also gave kind of jealous to me that Brittany was getting married and she doesn't want her to leave VA. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. It was just kind of like she kept beating the unalive horse, so to speak. I was like, what is the point of this? Texas is the state. What's up, Lansky? What's up? What's up? What's up? Texas is the state that doesn't want them. Getting married isn't necessarily going to be okay if they don't want to. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, they're in Texas. Someone just said that she was still in Virginia. I think, was it Lisa that just said she was still in Virginia? The dress was beautiful on Britney. Which one? You liked both of them? We do the shampoo, deep conditioner, and blowout is 65 without tip. It used to be 40. I'm telling you. No, it used to be $20 when I was out there. Okay. If I needed my hair done real quick for a date or whatever the case may be, yes. Yes. Far rock away, here I come. Like I was going to get my blowout. So Kerok laying that pipe and the friend don't. That's why he is in control. Danielle, no one wash hair anymore. No, honey, wash the heights. We do the shampoo. Yeah, I've never had a oh, don't shampoo with their blowout. And oh no, in New York they do it. Baby, you get the shampoo, they set you, they do all of that. They do all of that. And then of course if you do have perm, they do the retouch and everything. Yeah. Yeah. They do it all in New York. I didn't even know that they had Dominican shops in Atlanta. But then at this point, pretty much Atlanta is like New York and LA mixed together because so many people from both of those places have moved to Atlanta. But yeah. Let me see. Yes, she posted on IG to hit her up at her job, and I looked up the name of the place. It was in Virginia. They both probably haven't been out of jail long enough for Texas to be comfortable with them together. That was like a few days ago. Child, this is what I'm saying. We don't know what the truth is anymore when it comes to these couples. We don't know nothing. So, with that being said, Far Rock, yes, Far Rock. Far Rock. Guess I'm talking about Far Rock, the Far Rock, Queens Far Rock. Where you got to take one of the Q buses or take the A train out there, Far Rock. Dominicans, we are everywhere. Of course. But I just didn't know that they had blowouts because they don't have them out here. They don't have them out here. At least I don't know. Yep, Chris, and the blow dryers are everything. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Good. Yay. Yes, Lansky. Watch him get off now because he mad because I'm happy the Dodgers won. Anywho, let's go to the next couple and final couple. Teeny little fizzle poppin' Rob. Now, this is a perfect example of don't let a sweet face fool you, because Teeny is also starting to get on my damn nerves too. She really is. She really is working my nerves. Oh yes, you guys do. One of them, oh my gosh, it's one, and they have multiple shops. I forgot the name of it, but they have them in the suburbs on the south side. But it's like one shop that literally it's like a chain. I forgot the name of the shop, but I've been to that shop before. Yes, Kim, I know what that shop you're talking about. But yeah, they always got people in there. It's like the same thing as like a Dominican, like where you can get your blowout. So Shayla and Hell Boston. Here we go. Boston versus New York, child. Oh, child. I thought he had a business with his brother. What happened to that? I grew up in NY and my dad taught in NYC. Yes. I miss New York. I can't stand. Yes. Teeny little fizzle pop. Let's get into it. Let's get into Teeny little fizzle pop. So he is on his way to work. And him and his work partner, which was so weird because I was like, are they supposed to be in uniform? They have the same damn black do-rag on their head with a freaking black top. And I was like, is that supposed to be y'all uniform? Like, what the hell is that all about? Especially when y'all just checking trucks. But with that being said, he realizes that he's not making like the money, of course, that he used to make when he was in prison. It's just simply not enough. But I will say that he does seem to be really proud that he's able to work. He doesn't look like he's above it. Like he's almost like, yeah, I'm doing this. I'm providing for my family. It may not be a lot, but I am doing what I'm supposed to do. So Teeny goes during his lunch, and I guess she makes, lunch for him. And he tells Teeny, in a nutshell, she needs to get a job. because he wants to get his trucking license, and he said that's going to cost about like $1,500, and they just simply don't have it. So she needs to get a job, and she kind of look at him like, "Are you serious? Like she too good to work or something?" And she was just like, "Wow." And she was like, "I've been working my whole life." Girl, you only in your damn 30s. How old is damn Teeny? 34. Talking about something, I've been working my whole life. Girl, you act like you 60 years old. You ain't even been working 20 years. What the hell are you talking about, Teeny? So she's like, "I've been working my whole life." Well, welcome to the real world, Teeny. I had, you know what I'm saying? I had my daughter when I was 20 years old, and I had to work and provide for the kids and, solely and just depend on, you know what I'm saying, just me working. And, she was like, "But I'll work. I understand. Like I had a nice break or whatever. Sometimes, I'll work, no problem." And I'm like, first of all, ma'am, first of all, ladies, y'all let me know. But I think we've seen too many of these stories, whether it's in the movies or in your personal life. We've seen too many stories of women getting screwed when the man is the sole provider and they have nothing of their own. She has 2 underage kids. Why in the hell did you feel comfortable in the first place relying on a man that was in prison to take care of your household? Because what if something would have happened to him? What was you going to do? Unless you got something and you getting some type of state benefit or something and we don't know nothing about it. But I don't know too many single women who would just solely have a man that's in prison to help them pay for everything, and they're not contributing at all or have any type of stash to make sure that they're okay. I've never heard of it. So I'm over it. I'm over Teeny with this mentality like, well, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna have to be an adjustment. Girl, it sounded like he was only taking care of you where you didn't have to work for a full year. What the hell you mean it's gonna be an adjustment? You act like you've been not working for 10, 15 years. But then this is when I really knew she was delusional. She says, "Oh, well, all I got to do is just brush up my resume and I'll get a job in like 2 weeks." Ma'am, I don't know what economy you're in, but that's some straight BS. I don't know any job right now where you're starting in 2 weeks. I don't care if you go to the Bojangles. I don't care where you go. I don't know any place at this point where you can get a job in 2 weeks. We are no longer in that time where you can go into a fast food chain or you can go into a mall. You can fill out an application. They give you an interview on the spot and then you start in 2 weeks. That no longer happens in this economy. Not to mention, you got a lot of people laid off and not working right now. So the competition is high. It's very competitive. Where the hell do you think, unless I'm missing something and maybe Oklahoma has a different job market than the rest of the world, but she was delusional as hell. She was delusional as hell. I said, really? 2 weeks? I said, something ain't right with Teeny. Something ain't right with her. I said, and for you to even just be out of the job market for a year, even a year ago, it wasn't that easy to get a job. I don't care if you scrubbing toilets. It ain't that easy for you to get a job. That's what it is. So then she makes it seem like she's cool. Hey, Tabitha. You can now. I live in California. Where in California you live, Tabitha? Are you it's okay? So is this like, because there are certain people who may be able to, and I say that because they making it seem like people who are not legal to be here, they can get jobs really quickly. But typically, U.S. citizens, you got to go through a whole background process that typically takes more than 2 weeks. Hi, firstborn rights. I'm sorry if I'm missing people when you guys come in because you know I'm talking. So you saying Mocha, did y'all hear Mocha is unalived? Damn, I haven't heard that. That Mocha is unalived. Damn, if Mocha is unalived, then that may be another reason why he's frustrated because he doesn't have the alleged support system that he had before as far as his management is concerned. Mike, that's interesting. I don't know, y'all. We're gonna have to research that. We'll have to research it. But literally, it just gave me entitled, it gave me spoiled, and it gave me lazy. And at the end of the day, let's just say Rob is the one who told her to quit her job because we know that he was controlling too. He wanted to see her on camera all the time. The way that she runs her mouth, if she really wanted to, she would have told him, hell no, I got to at least work a part-time job. She wanted to be taken care of. But again, you're not dealing with a multimillionaire. You're not dealing with a doctor. You're not dealing with someone with consistent income. You dealing with someone who literally is gambling allegedly in prison. But you were so fed up with working, even though you got 2 kids underage, that you was willing to just quit and then get offended and get annoyed that you have to work, talking about it's going to be an adjustment. Girl, it ain't that much of an adjustment after a year. What the hell is wrong with you? And that's another thing too. She going to act like she too good. She going to act like she too good to work anywhere. She gonna be very particular. She just ain't gonna say, I'm gonna get a job in 2 weeks, because she ain't gonna want to do any job in 2 weeks. Okay, if they're going through staffing agencies, I can understand that because the staffing agency does all of the work for them. Usually they do all the work for them, but I still haven't even heard of a staffing agency. If you go in today, the 26th, and in 2 weeks you already have a job, they must have an amazing background check system. But definitely, but then again, maybe that, but she ain't working that type of job. That's what she ain't gonna do. She seemed like she want an office job with some AC. So with that being said, next thing we see is that she's talking to him in their bedroom, I suppose. And which also tells me that they ended up moving, because the house that she had before seems much more modern and like nicer. Both are nice, but it seemed like the other one was more like modern. They probably couldn't afford the rent there anymore and they downsized. But she talks about how they went to the park and, the water park. And he was like, y'all went to the park. He was like, she said, yeah. And, I bought them, like a season pass. It's like for 4 people, $250. And, I just figure, that's a good way for them to, have something to do all summer and we don't have to worry about it. And so at that point, make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in, hit the like button on the way in, and make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new. Welcome to the crew. Welcome to the Chris Nicole channel. But he was like, we talked about this. We even talked about this when I was locked up, that at this point on, anything that's over $100, you need to reach out to me first to see if it's worth the money or not. Now, mind you, 4 people, she definitely spending over $100 easily per week on groceries. Hell, I can spend $100 on groceries. $100 on groceries out here is one damn bag. Let's just keep it real, okay? Inflation is a mofo. So I'm sure their food bill alone is crazy. And so instead of her humbling herself and saying, you know what, you're right, I should have definitely checked in with you, she gets offensive. Don't that sound familiar? like his mama. Sounds familiar, don't it? So she gets offensive and annoyed that he's upset. Hey, Veronica, how are you? She sits up there and gets annoyed and upset about the situation. Like, well, and I figured, what I'm saying, that they can run out their energy at the water park. And I'm like, there's free things that they can also do instead of being at the water park. And why aren't your kids involved in any activities? They're at the age now where they should be involved in some type of sport, some type of something. It seemed to me that Teeny, and while she seems to have great kids, the fact that she said they can run their energy out at the water park seems like she don't really have a lot of stuff, that her kids aren't involved a lot. They're not involved in like school stuff or whatever the case may be. I know at that age, I didn't have a weekend to myself. I was not at home sitting on my ass watching cartoons all day, every day. My parents had me involved in stuff. So literally, she was like, I was just trying to, and the fact that you're home, there's stuff that we can do. Look, apologize. It wasn't your damn money to spend. And that's what she's missing. She's entitled like, well, we married now, so everything you have is mine. Not when y'all on a tight budget like that and you dealing with a man who just got out of prison and you're not contributing any money to the damn table. And she got a straight attitude with him. And I was like, damn. Like, all he said was, if it's going to be over 100, check in with me first. And she got mad and she was like, well, look. And then he was like, and we already talked about that, we got to pay for school, my school for trucking. And she said, that's why I'm going to get a job in 2 weeks. No, the hell you're not. Unless you got a warehouse job in Oklahoma. Like, no, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. So at that point, he walks away. They arguing in the kitchen. And so he was like, you talking about a job that you claim you gonna get. You don't have a job yet. So there's no guarantee that a check is gonna come in. He ends up walking away. And he was like, okay, well, let's just see if you get that job in 2 weeks. And then she says, well, what? In 2 weeks, I'll have a job. But in 2 weeks, you need to get that tattoo covered up. We talking about the tattoo that he had of his ex. And I said, what the hell did that got to do with you spending that damn money? You see that type of gaslighting shit she did to try to flip the situation because she didn't want to admit that she was wrong for spending that money. Okay, so in 2 weeks, I get a job. In 2 weeks, you need to get that tattoo covered up. Hell no, because it's going to cost him more than $250 to probably get that tattoo covered up. That shit can wait. And I thought you said when y'all was in the shower, you saw it and you said it wasn't a big deal because he definitely had a love life before you. So now why you mentioning that tattoo? Because it's a way for you to try to change the subject over the bullshit you did. Teeny is showing her horns and she is his mama 2.0. And now it's like, Rob, I think you attract people who just like to use you. That's just what it is. Because at this point, we can say that Teeny went there every weekend for love. But if I'm not paying any bills, if somebody is taking care of me and I don't have to do anything but spend their money, the least I can do is come every Saturday and see you for a couple of hours. That's my job right there. That's the job, to come and see you. Okay? So I don't necessarily know if it was for love. And I think even what Rob said before in that last episode when Teeny and the mama got into a fight, like, are you guys here for the right reasons or are you here because of what I can provide? Makes you wonder. If all I got to do is sit up there and go to your freaking jail and drive for a couple of hours, gas that I ain't paying for, and just being in there eating in the vending machine for a couple hours just to see you, but all of my bills are getting paid for, then yeah, a lot of people will do that. I'm sure his own mama would have did it if that money went directly towards her. Let me see what you guys are saying. Child, I would have gotten a job just to have extra emergency money. Exactly. Most single mothers don't play those games. Like, most women, period. I think a lot of us have learned just by seeing so much stuff. You need to have your own stash, do something. So the fact that she was just like, I think she saw it as a come up. But to me, it don't seem like it was a come up for her to start her own business. It wasn't a come up to, for her to go back to school so she can better herself and maybe have a side hustle. It just seemed like that was her way to have a break and fulfill her fantasy, I guess, or just being a kept woman. But a kept woman with a guy in prison, come on now. It's just not realistic. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. She watching too much of The Sopranos or something. He ain't living that life. Teeny doesn't fight fair. That was the version. Exactly. Tactic. Exactly. This had nothing to do with exactly. I was like, what they got to do with anything? Rob a sim. Yeah, he seemed like it. She could have been doing a fashion business online. Something. You had over a year. You could have did something. She said she liked taking a break from not working. We will all like to take a break from not working. Wouldn't we all? But we got to do what we got to do so we could take care of family and take care of responsibilities. And at the end of the day, if Rob left her tomorrow, those kids are her only responsibility. She definitely, child, teeny, you gotta have something. You gotta have something extra put away. She wasn't smart. She could have used that money he was sending her and say exactly. And especially after, and then you can be prepared. It's been almost 5 years, but it's still exactly. And let's be clear, in this economy, you're hearing people left and right getting laid off. This economy is not good. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I say people need to stay prayed up and be grateful for the jobs that they do have, because you have so many people on an everyday basis filing unemployment because they're getting laid off left and right. So it's like you make sure that you do what you need to do and stash, not just chill off of, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said, do she have some type of assistance that we don't know about that she's stashing? She said that she enjoyed the finer things in life. Yeah, but you either are paying for them because you working hard to get those finer things in life, or you got you a man who can actually afford those finer things in life. Playing poker in prison, that ain't the finer things in life, my ass. And based off of that closet, that didn't look like the finer things in life. That looked like some knockoff shit. So I don't know what her finer thing in life is, but it seems to me she just want to sit up there and not be able. It's called retirement if you luck, or unalive if you not. She seems spoiled. She seems entitled, and he did say that she's spoiled, she entitled, she all of that. She should have saved some money or invested in something or started exactly. Hell, went to cosmetology school, something, so she could have a side hustle. It don't even make no sense. Oh Lord, she's deflecting because she's wrong, right? It can't. Exactly. She couldn't even sit up there and admit at that point, you know what? My bad. Totally wrong. You know what I'm saying? I did not call you. She just got defensive, as if, you know what I'm saying, like he had no right to be upset with her. He had a right to be upset with you. And like her face, even her face in this picture, it's like, what? You want me to do what? That's a big adjustment, girl. If you don't get off of your ass. Because he spoiled her, so she doesn't think about that. Yes. So it's freaking crazy. I was just like, Tina, you lazy as hell. If Rob was making $6K a month on the inside, even if Tina saved half and spent half, they would have exactly. You better. When he said about 6,000 or 7,000, I don't know how much went to her. I don't know how much went to her, because it sounds like he was taking care of other family members as much as he can too, even though the mama said she wasn't getting nothing. She probably was getting some. She just wasn't getting as much as she used to get. Definitely. So I would like to know what those bills were, but she just wasn't strategic. She was just spending money, it seemed like it was water, because I'm just like, the car and all of that stuff, girl, you didn't even need a car that big. It's just you and your two kids. She was doing too much. And now that she had this stank attitude, this actual episode, never mind her mushing the mama's face. And even still, I was like, that mama is out of control. But like, Teeny is starting to show, as pretty as she is, because Teeny is a beautiful girl, something ain't right there. My parents put me and my sister in soccer and t-ball almost every summer until we got into our teens. Exactly. Exactly. And I mean, there's only so much you can see at a damn water park. If you got a season pass, there's only so much you can see and do. Like, where's the activities of them? You know what I'm saying? Jack and Jill or something. Like, what are they doing? She was busy taking them to the prison every weekend. They didn't have time for activities. Right. And so now she's just going to throw them at a water park. Like, seriously. Like, even like, I don't know. Teeny's interesting. They couldn't save that much money that fast too, especially if he wants to go to trucking school. Instead of buying a $250 pass to the water park, she could have gotten a pass to a local pool to do the same thing. Exactly. I don't know if they still have. I'm gonna assume, and maybe I'm aging myself, but remember back in the summer, like the recreational centers at the parks used to have activities for kids that they could go to during the summer. Like, there's so many other cheaper ways that they could have, they could have been fine. And not to mention, let's be clear, this generation, a lot of them don't even like going outside. As long as they got a freaking video game they can play, they'll be good. And I think that little boy had a video game that he could play. So your 250 to me still revolved around you, not about your kids. You was just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna shoot. It ain't my money, I'm gonna spend it. And she don't respect Rob enough to give a damn what he's saying, just like his own mama don't respect him. Two peas in a pod. I worked at Publix, so I'm offended by the sandwich she made. Oh, I miss Publix so much, T Pretty. Publix had the best cakes, the best wings, and the best sandwiches. Yes, I said sandwiches. I miss Publix. Batman was out there in that sun, and all she could bring was a cold cut. Right. Right. You couldn't go into that freaking bank account and buy him a hot meal. Hell, you couldn't cook him a hot meal. Does Teeny cook? We haven't really seen her be domesticated yet and play that housewife role yet. We haven't seen any of that. Does she cook? I mean, the house looks clean, so I guess I could give her that. But what does Teeny do? I ain't seen her fold no clothes, no nothing. Child, Teeny want to be kept and want a maid and all of that shit. And I'm like, what have you done in this lifetime to deserve that? Let me know. That don't even make no freaking sense. Lazy as hell. Let me see. She should have saved some. Exactly. Maybe she gets child support from her son. Maybe. Maybe somebody on some type of government assistance. She must be getting Social Security for her daughters and stuff. Maybe. That's possible. That's possible. I couldn't say that word, Kim, because those words trigger the system. Hence another reason why sometimes we gonna have to take it to the members only, because it doesn't trigger the system. Of course, like I said, the ads are not behind the scenes. Guess the tattoo is a problem. The tattoo is only a problem because he mentioned that $250. Teeny should have been stacking her money instead of buying accessory and those unnecessary ass cameras in the house. Exactly. She was willing to do whatever for him because he was paying for her lifestyle. If the convict has to tell the non-convict to get exactly. Her son is picking up, girl. Her son is picking up, girl. Picking up what? Oh, you didn't finish it. I'm sorry. They could go to YMCA. That's what I said. I was like, what happened to like the YMCA and the rec centers and stuff? Her son was picking up girls. Come on, he should something productive. I'm telling there's other things to do that was cheaper than $250 because they're not gonna go to the water park every damn day. Teeny could have just found a random motel and snuck her kids into their pool if she wanted to swim. I'm sure a lot of people do that. Hey, lovely sunflower. Those jumping places in movies have all summer passes for much cheap. That's what I'm saying. At the Y, they could exactly. Okay, so they still do have those programs. Don't forget Publix lemonade, fruit salads, and seafood. Oh yes, Publix is the bomb. Publix, I loved me some Publix. Now, out here in California, the closest thing to Publix that we have is Sprouts. I would say that's our Publix is Sprouts. I don't know if you guys have Sprouts where you guys are at, but Sprouts is like Publix. But I do miss Publix. Publix had it going on with them wings and stuff for sure. But yeah, so Tina, you lazy as shit. I have no respect for it. And at the end of the day, the least you could do is if you have a man taking care of you and he has put you on a budget, respect the budget. Okay? Respect it. Don't be entitled and don't make it seem like, oh, you just gonna get you a job in 2 weeks as if it's that damn easy. I would like to know if she has a job now. I would really like to know if she does. But what I do know is it seems like Rob is really trying. But at the same time, Rob does seem kind of simpish because he ain't really putting his foot down. And he claimed he's so much of an alpha male. I ain't got alpha male from him yet. I think he thinks he's automatically an alpha male because he provides and he gives the money. But the way that she snapped at him about the basic rules of how much you spend, or you need to call me if you go over a certain limit, an alpha male would have shut that bank account down and said, at this point, I control everything until you can respect what the rules are. Because you're not working. And since you're not working, I run this. That's what I would do. I get to go to Publix when I visit family in Florida. Yes, Publix is the bomb. I live in Miami and water parks here aren't open all year. Wintertime, they're closed. Right. When she said a season pass, that's what I think I said the last episode. I said a season pass. I'm like, you talking about a summer pass? I hope you ain't talking about all year because even in Oklahoma, it gets cold. Well, what you mean a season pass? That don't even make no sense. Rob lets the women in his life boss him around. Yeah, very simp-ish behavior, Veronica. Oh, you're in Canada? You're in Canada, Veronica? I need to find a way to become a dual citizen. Help a sister out. Because the way stuff going here in America, I need dual citizenship. How can me and my family get dual citizenship in Canada? Summer season. It's still hot out here in California. It was like 90 degrees today. I need for it to get a little cold. I do miss one thing about the East Coast. I do miss all of the 4 seasons for sure. But with that being said, you guys, oh, I thought we was going to be done quicker. This is around the same time we normally end. That's because, I'll be talking to y'all, having our little kitchen talk. But yeah, that was the end of the episode. This episode wasn't good. It wasn't good. But our conversation was good. We always have an amazing live. But yeah, so it was okay though. I'm gonna need for production to step it up. I really do. And I'm gonna need for Tina to step it up. And I'm gonna need for these women to stop being desperate to get into these freaking wedding dresses. That's what I'm gonna need for them to do. They could go to the local pool in the summer and the Y in the other months. Exactly. She just like to spend money. You just got people like that who like to spend money and they don't care about a budget because it's not their money. If she was working, she would care. You know what I'm saying? Because when she was working, she sounded like she was struggling trying to take care of her kids. But now that it's not her money, she just spends whatever. And I don't like the fact that she tries to act like she's so hesitant to spend the money. Because when she was there at the water park, she was like, oh, yeah, okay. I'm like, girl, stop acting like you hesitant about spending his money. Because if you were hesitant, you would have picked up that freaking phone and asked him if it was okay to spend money, $250 at the water park. But you didn't. So with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for coming this evening. I will plan to do Love is Blind tomorrow. That we were definitely got to talk about that season. But yes, thank you guys so much. Oh, all right, your baby just woke up. Good night, T Pretty. Good night, Shayla. Good night, you guys. I love you guys so much. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on my next video. Yes, the live is always better. Always better. So I will see you guys on the next video. Toodles.